They just announced that you have been suspended. How will you react?
Who announced it?
The presidency.
Ask them now. Why they ask me? Who is the presidency?
You seem not to be too happy, sir.
Who's I'm not happy?
Yeah. Are you saying you cannot be suspended?
Sir, have you been informed? Have you been informed?
Have you been informed of the suspension? We have always been.
No, you have not. Now, can I enter my car?
Yes, sir. You can talk to us and enter your car, sir.
Am I under arrest?
No, Are you sure the car is still here?
I'm not seeing the president.
Online is everywhere.
I don't know now.
For the presidency.
Are you doubting the authenticity of the statement?
I've not seen it.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us the outcome of your meeting with the vice president, sir?
I'm always there.
But today seems to be a special day
Why?
because you met behind closed doors with the vice president.
I'm always there with the vice president.
On a day you've been suspended.
All right, good luck, sir.
I used to come here before I was SGF.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
All the best, sir.
All the best, sir.
Okay.
Our patron.
You are still our patron.
And you remain our patron.
Sekai.
There's a critical question here, and the fact that body language does matter really now in this dispensation, isn't it? Because the president, I mean, a lot of people talk about body language. Let's take a look at the body language of the SGF when it was coming out. One of the statements he made is, who is the presidency? Does that matter in all of these all mattered, or is just some statement that may not really matter?
Well, personally, what you call the body language, but I call the display of arrogance, with the greatest respect to the SGF, what he did, if it were to be in other climes, even on the strength of that alone, he will be fired. Normally, when somebody is suspended or asked to step aside and they leave a venue like that, you will see sobriety. You will see their heads bow. They may not even be in the position to respond to the press because they don't want to interfere with investigation through comments or questions. But you can even see that he stuck his tongue out at the time he was leaving. He was so jovial. This is an indication of a man that can interfere with the investigation. That is the reason why this idea of collusion of investigative voices should be avoided. We already have enough investigation. Senate has done its own. The AGF has done its own. This committee will do the same. This is something that if you take to EFCC, in a matter of 2-3 days, decision would have been made to charge him to court if crime is, if crime is discovered. And if crime is not discovered, he will be asked to go. Why is his case becoming different? Why should there be a committee on an alleged corruption?
Let's quickly tie these up, and I want your response on it just in about a minute before I come to Mr. Nye talk here. The issue of the monies linked to the NIA, money running to about 13 billion, and some of the reports that we are getting, it looks so technical and looks so confusing as it looks right now. But as it stands, a covert operation in a country where there's a recession, 13 billion naira, that's about a monthly allocation to some states. What do you make of that?
Well, the volume of the money for the purposes of covered ops is not the problem, because it's just that matters of national security are not brought to the open, because the government can have even $10 billion if it is necessary in the circumstance to keep the nation and to secure the nation. I don't have a problem with the volume. What I have a problem is how in the world can there be a covered operation for which the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has not been briefed about, or the National Security Advisor? So a lot of people hold the view that there has never been anything like covered operation. It was a money kept, but because it is discovered, they quickly raise the issue of cover ops as an issue. And this is another case in point that you don't need another committee to look into that. It is a clear case. You have found money. Somebody needs to explain. Charge him to court.
Right.
This is what we're talking about.
Mr. Buala,
when we salute the president for taking this bold step, but we need that step to be so strong that people don't give it another interpretation.
Let's allow Mr. here to talk. Let's begin where the first point, the body language. What do you make of that? Considering the powers of an SGF, that office, how big is it? And that body language, what can you read from it?
I'm concerned that we as Nigerians have not come to appreciate institutions, offices, and protocols. It is absolutely preposterous that a man that occupies the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, he is like the engine room, the clearinghouse, the brain. He is so much about this country. Such a person is a man of discreet quality and discernment. You cannot, for whatever has happened, first you have trivialized what is going on. You've been accused. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, through his agent, has communicated an information to you. And you are asking not what is the presidency, who is the presidency? If you interpret that question, you realize that there is this very, very disdain attitude towards a staff of Mr. President, who is not representing himself, but representing the principal. It's a case of, look, I know your boss didn't talk to me, how dare you talk to me? If your boss wanted to talk to me, he would have talked to me and not to talk to me through you. How can he talk to me through you?
How can he even suspend?
Yeah, how can he contemplate that?
Does that look like that?
A joke? And when he was getting to his car, there are two things. You know, I love Dino. He's my guy. I like him. Many things about him. But for the office of the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for you to do a video and do like this, it's off.
But
and then as Secretary to Government of the Federation of my country, this is not, listen, I take it personal. This is my country, and we have to start to look at, we are running too much commentaries as per, oh yeah, but we're talking about your country coming to, I can't even do it in camera, stick out his tongue. It's like, aha.
Let's close on the issue of the bust in Lagos.
Yes.
To the NIA.
I think that, Mr. President, I want us to have heroes. Why can't we have Mandelas from Nigeria? That's my own personal take on it. I want Mr. President to exit on a blaze of glory. You don't need 14 days for two cases. One, the court has already said, forfeit this money. If it's yours, come and claim it. The other one, there's already a panel that has indicted the person. It's not a panel for misconduct, but a criminal proceeding.
All right.
So the two of them should just, we don't need this 14 days.
Mr. Ezekiel Inya Etog, the former national chairman of the Young Democratic Party and the DG of Nigeria First Project, and Mr. Daniel Buala, a Nigerian lawyer, both of them giving their thoughts on the program. As we close, we do remind you of the poll. Get on Twitter now and let's know your thoughts. We do give you the result of that poll at the end of the day. Many thanks, gentlemen, for being part of the program, and many thanks for being part of the show tonight. On behalf of the team, I'm Sean Kimaloye. Bye for now.